Today, let us discuss about the Entamoeba histolytica. So, the Entamoeba histolytica comes under the protozoa, and in the protozoa, it comes under the amoeboids. So, this Entamoeba histolytica it causes the amoebiasis. The amoebiasis causes is the amoebic dysentery, which is the bloody diarrhea, and it can also cause the liver abscess. And we can see in the liver abscess is that there is anchovy paste, that is anchovy sauce pus is present in the liver abscess. Also there is right upper quadrant pain, and in the histology of the colon biopsy we see the flaxed sepate ulcers. So how this Entamoeba histolytica transmitted? The transmission mainly occurs from the cyst. And how we diagnose this amoebiasis? So we can do serology, we can do the antigen testing, and we can directly visualize the trophozoite which in our stool. In the trophozoite you can see it is the trophozoite is engulfed RBC in the cytoplasm, or you can see also the cyst up to 4 nuclei in the stool. So you can see in this figure it is the trophozoite, and the trophozoite has engulfed the RBCs, and here we can see the cyst. In the cyst you can see the 4 trophozoite is present inside it. So what is the treatment of the amoebiasis? We give the metronidazole, and paromycin or uroquinol is given for the asymptomatic cyst passers. Now for the detailed life cycle of the Entamoeba histolytica we are going to read here, so that you will be clear how there is the contamination, how there is transmission, and the disease occur in the person. So a person having cyst of the Entamoeba histolytica passes it in the feces, and it contaminates the soil, and from soil if there is ingestion through the contamination, the cyst is taken up in the small intestine, and in the small intestine the cyst is lies by the trypsin, and single tetranucleated metacysts are liberated from the cyst, and there is excision of those tetranucleated metacysts, and from those excitation we see each nucleus divide to form the 8 nuclei, and the cytoplasm separates those nuclei, and it surrounds to form the 8 amoebicule, and this amoebicule is carried in the fecal stream in the large intestine, and in the large intestine it invades the mucosa, and it lodges in the submucosa, it grows and multiplies in the submucosa of the large intestine. There it produces the histolysine. So this histolysine causes the necrosis tissue of the large intestine. I have already said that in the histology of the colon biopsy we see the flax sepate ulcer. Those flax sepate ulcer is produced by this histolysine, and histolysine is produced by these amoebas, Entamoeba histolytica in the large intestine. So what happened that there can occur the amoebic dysentery, or there can occur the extraintestinal amoebiasis. Extraintestinal amoebiasis. So in the extraintestinal amoebiasis, what happens? There can occur the liver abscess. We can see in the liver abscess is typically composed of the anchovy sauce pus. There occurs the collection of the pus in the lysed RBC. So what happened? There is amoebic dysentery. So side by side there is the transformation of the cyst to the trophozoite, and those trophozoite again after the incystation form the cyst inside our colon, and those cysts again liberated in the feces, and it again goes in the soil, and if there is again ingestion, there can occur chain of life cycle that continues, and we get the Entamoeba histolytica infection again and again. So in this video we talked about the Entamoeba histolytica, we talk about the amoebiasis, how we diagnose the amoebiasis, we talk about the treatment, and we also talked about the detail about the life cycle of the Entamoeba histolytica. The main effective form of this Entamoeba histolytica is when cyst is transformed to the trophozoite, then it is the infective stage. So this much for today about the Entamoeba histolytica. Thank you.